Hey, it's Myles at Tactical Hyve, and this week we're going to cover a series of quick tips based on a lot of the little details that I've picked up over the past classes I've taken in 2019. And one of them is a really great, I think it's a killer tip for those who aren't aware of this. It is using the gray area in your trigger. You might not know what that even means, so I want to share that with you today. So when you take a pistol class, and particularly if you use a Glock or a SIG or a striker-fired weapon, you'll notice that the triggers usually will have some slack. There's going to be some give where you hit a wall, okay? So what you want to do is, when you're learning the basics of marksmanship, fundamentals of marksmanship, you are going to actually learn to hit that wall and take a shot from that position. But if you want to really become more accurate with your shots, be more precise, you need to understand the gray area. And it's interesting because I've known about the gray area for quite some time now, but in all the classes that I've been to, not many instructors cover it. And the most recent instructor that covered it was Kawa Malay, and he called this the gray area. I've never really put an actual name to this area right here, but he called it gray area, so I'm going to be using the gray area. And this is so important in learning to shoot accurately with your striker-fired weapons. Now, 1911s or other guns that similar to that, they might not have this gray area. You might just reach a wall and then straight to the break. But with a lot of other common guns out there, like again, Glocks or SIGs, you're going to get this gray area. So here's the idea here. If you hit the wall, most people think that this is it. After the wall, when you continue to press that trigger, you're going to break your shot. But the truth is there's a lot more slop to triggers, and if you are very careful with it and you really pay attention to your trigger, you're probably going to have some room there. And I know you will, but I don't know exactly how much room, wiggle room you'll have. But what you want to do is, this dotted line represents the wall, and this solid line here is where your shot breaks. Okay? What you want to do is get to that wall of your pistol, okay? And real slowly, gently, just try to press it even more, and you will notice that there is still a little bit more slop that you can take out of that trigger. And so imagine if you're shooting at 25 yards or 50 yards, getting rid of all that slop, that gray area, is going to make a world of difference in your shots. And even if you're up close, shooting 7, 10, 15 yards, if you use this tactic, this quick tip, and you get rid of all of this, you will see that your shots are going to be more accurate. Okay? So if you have never heard about this, never learned about this, try it out. I guarantee you're going to get better, more accurate shots. Now the key thing is here, I have 60, 70, 80, 90%, and then 100% where your shot breaks. You may not, these numbers are just general guidelines, so as you feel the slop, the gray area in your trigger, you're going to know where the 60, 70, 80, or 90% is, okay? So it might seem really big here, long here, this area, but the gray area might even be shorter in for your particular trigger, where the 60, 70, 80, 90%, they might be very close to one another, okay, these lines here. So try that out. Again, if you've never did this before, I can guarantee you your shots are going to be more accurate when you hit the range. Hope you like the quick tip.